All right. All right, guys. As you can tell, we're trying to figure some stuff out. So, Mike has been working at getting this live stream stuff set up, and I got some news for you. So check this out. Bam. Starlink Mini. So we're going to get Starlink hooked up on the JK for now. The goal is for basically to build like a universal mount that I can move the Starlink from vehicle to vehicle. So he asked me to do a test run, and I was actually kind of doing some packing. So here's a tech tip for you. I've been doing this for quite a while with these Jeep trips and wheeling and all this stuff. And the thing that I have found to make these trips the most enjoyable is not procrastinating with your packing. So I'm a good 2 weeks out from my trip and I'm already packing. So I'm gonna flip you around and kind of just show you what I got going on. Yes, this room is bright pink. The previous owner of this house had this set up as her granddaughter's playroom. So carpets are purple, walls are pink, and we haven't done anything about it yet. So anyways, I'm gonna flip you around and show you what I got going on so far. Let me flip the mic as well. All right, there we go. Like I said, pink walls, purple carpet. Does it get any better than that? Anyways, so this is the Roam box that I told you I ordered, and it worked out perfect. So this is going to be kind of like my camp setup box, and I go through what I have in that. So this is my hygiene bag. And I keep this stuff all packed up out in the shed in totes, just like this. So in this tote, I have it labeled single person camping sleeping gear. So that way out in the shed, I know what I need to grab. I can go grab it and then pack it into whatever vehicle I'm taking on that trip. So there's my hygiene kit. This thing, I'll show you, it's really cool. I think this just came off of Amazon, but what I like about this is that you can hang it. So this has got some stuff. I do need to go through and put some other stuff in there, a beard brush and some different stuff, but I like that I can hang that. So hygiene kit will stay in there. This is the little pump for the X-Ped. So that'll live in there. Eno, of course, when you're lounging around camp, there's nothing better than an Eno. And that second bag is the straps. This is the tent. I can't remember what brand this is. I've had this tent. This is a smaller tent. It's a Eureka. So Sam and I can both sleep in this tent, but with one person, it's really good. It's a 4-season, and I really like it. You have a little extra room, and I do have a little bivy sack tent, but when you look at it, for car camping, it's really not a huge difference. So I just take the bigger tent. I can sprawl out, or if I'm taking one of the dogs with me. I keep the poles and everything separate so it doesn't puncture it. So that's the stakes for the tent, and here are the poles. This is my sleeping bag, Kelty sleeping bag. This is a real light sleeping bag for summer. That's why it's so small. And then here is the magic. Guys, this is a must. So this is an X-Ped inflatable mattress. So this is like a mix between memory foam and air, and that's what this little pump is for, and that's just USB rechargeable. You can inflate this to increase the firmness of it, or obviously less air, it'll be more soft, spongy, but absolutely awesome. When I bought the Super Pacific camper, it came with the double X-Ped, and I absolutely loved it. And so I went and bought a single for just myself when I go on single trips that I'm not taking the Gladiator. So like I said, this box is going to work out perfect for putting all my camp setup stuff in. And then this box is going to go on the rack that I'm fabricating for the back of the Jeep. I should have that finished up tomorrow, dropping that off at powder coat, and then this stuff will all live back there. Something with the really light sleeping bag. I also take like a quilt with me just as an extra blanket, just in case I need it. And then a dirty clothes bag. So anyways, that's kind of like the little general camp setup. And then I added a few new things. So I didn't really have a good fire suppression system or anything down in the JK. The Gladiator, I have 2 fire extinguishers that are set up really well, but the JK I did not. So I went ahead and ordered up 2 fire extinguishers, and then I also ordered these water jugs. So these are 5 gallons a piece. These things were cheap on Amazon. I think like 30 something bucks. And then the pump was a couple extra bucks, but that's pretty neat. And then you can pump your water. So pretty neat. So looking forward to using that stuff, and I cannot wait for this trip. So, all right guys, that's a wrap for this. Hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully that's a good test for Mike, so he can look through this and make sure everything's working good with the live stream stuff. And then we're going to get the Starlink set up, and we'll probably do another test to make sure that that's all working. So I will catch y'all later.